So tell me, the day that the NBA stopped, what was your whole experience? How did that day go down?
Well, we were supposed to play on a Thursday against Memphis at home. And we were chasing Memphis for that 8th spot. And we was going to play them twice at home. So it was a big game for us. So it was a Wednesday, and I was like, all right, cool. Lock in, get ready for tomorrow. And they was hitting us saying tomorrow's game might be with no fans. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking we was going to have our first game, no fans. And I was stressing over that. Like, that was my problem. Like, damn, no fans? That's going to be weird. How we going to, like, have energy and, like, be excited about it?
It's going to be so foreign.
Yeah, it was going to be weird. So they was, like, no fans. And then, like, a couple hours later, they was like, shoot around canceled, no game tomorrow. The rest of the week is suspended. And I was just like, man, that's crazy. But even in my mind after that, I was like, we're going to end up making these games up maybe next week or something. And then it was like 30 days. And now it's like I'm hearing something like 2 months or something like that. So it's just, this is crazy.
I know it's tough, especially because, like, us hoopers, we're so used to, like, our regimen, like, waking up, eating breakfast, going to the gym, and, like, been put on pause. Ugh, it's been tough.
Nah, it's weird for sure. Like, I get up and I'm like, every night when I'm about to, like, go to sleep, I grab my phone and I'm about to set my alarm because usually I got to get up for practice or I got to get up for something. And now I'm just like, I get up when I get up. I ain't got no job.
It's looking really nice out there wherever you are.
Yeah, I'm in Phoenix right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's a nice little spot to, hold up. So tell me when, let's go back early in the season because I was actually overseas when you were, like, dropping 50 every other night. What? I was, like, looking at these numbers. I think I shot you a text, and I'm like, yo, keep killing, bro. Well, no, I said, foot on their necks, bro. Foot on their necks.
And that's what was going on for sure.
So tell me about that run, how, like, you felt when you were hooping and like, dropping 50, 48, 47. Like, we don't see that often. Last time we saw that was, Kobe.
When Bean, R.I.P. Bean. No, it was different because, like, my health, like, my body just was on point. And, before that, early in the season, I got off to a strong start in the season, but I hurt my back. And we started having injuries. Nurk obviously was out. Zach was out, hurt his shoulder. And then Hoodie injured his Achilles. So we were just having injury after injury. And then I hurt my back, and I missed a couple games. And I actually came back sooner than I was supposed to because I didn't want the season to just completely get away from us. So I had, like, a stretch of, like, maybe a month after I came back where I wasn't healthy. I wasn't able to move how I needed to move. And I just was like, I'm just going to get through it and wait till I get back to feeling normal. And once I got back to feeling normal, it just made me just tighten up everything. I started getting in the cold tub more often. I was getting more massages. I was hydrating more. I was sleeping more, staying off my feet. I just really just tightened up and got on top of everything. I was going to practice and then coming back at night, shooting, ball handling. I was like, getting 30-minute sessions in. And I was just locked in. I was watching way more film. I was watching other games more often. And I was just like, I mean, if we're gonna go out, I ain't gonna go out just, making an excuse like, oh, we had injuries or it was just a bad year. I was like, I'm about to just try to take it on one. And once I got rolling, usually if I have a big game or 2 big games, I'll take a step back because I don't like when it starts to be, like, about me. It make me feel weird when people start, like, mentality about it. But my teammates and my coaches was like, don't stop. Like, keep going. Keep being aggressive. Keep attacking. And Melo was like, don't stop. Like, just keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. And, like, just the fact that they was encouraging me to, like, keep shooting 30 times and stuff like that, that's the type of stuff that I'm usually kind of uncomfortable doing. It just made it easier, and I think that's why it just carried on for, weeks. Said you going?
That's crazy. No, for real. Like, that's what I'm saying. Foot on their necks. But, like, it's crazy because knowing you were probably, like, the most humble dude I've met. You know, Oakland through and through. The first time I met you with Team Adidas, I was like, dang, like, that's Dame. And I was like, oh, he's even cooler in person. Like, this is my guy. So I think it's a surprise to a lot of people to hear that, like, you don't want to be that dude that shoots the ball that much. But, like, you realize that's the best shot when you shoot it. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, it's hard because I'm naturally just like, I like to just play the game. Right play, take what's there, but I've been kind of like pushed into a position. I've always been a scorer, but now I have to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
Like that, so it's just different. It's a little different, but I mean, it's not what I always prefer. That's why I usually like start games off slow because I'm just, kind of playing the game.
I feel you. Okay, so you mentioned Melo. How you were one of the few people that really stood up for Melo, and then now he's on your team. How fun has it been to see a legend back in action?
It's been real fun. I think just having them in the locker room, because we got 19, 20-year-olds in our locker room, 21, 22. Like, we got a lot of young dudes in there that's like, they look at Melo like how I looked at Kobe when I first got in the league, and I was just like, I can't believe, like, I'm on the court with Kobe, or I can't believe I'm on the court with LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I watched LeBron in high school and, like, remember when Kobe was in the finals in 2000 and stuff like that, that's how they see Melo. Like, that's who Melo is to them.
Yep.
And even to me, like, I had Melo shoes when I was in high school. Like, I had his shoes. So it's just cool to kind of see him in that type of environment where it's like he the OG and they get to share that space with him. We get to share that space with him. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. But just having him as a teammate, you hear so much stuff about, when he was in New York and when he was in Denver, and then he comes to our team and he's like good teammate, unselfish. He just has a presence, that I really enjoy.
You hear that a lot, right? Get the F out of here.
Yeah, I think he be saying it as a joke though. Like he randomly do it in practice sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, it's funny.
That's my favorite thing. Talking about shoes, you know what's hilarious? I was just looking to my left. Look what I got.
Dame sixes.
This came in the mail. You know what I'm saying?
Which ones is it? The Pusha T?
I'll show you. No, I think these are like a custom collaboration we made.
Oh yeah, unapologetic.
Yes.
Yeah.
This actually just came like 2 days
I was
ago.
gonna wear those in the game we was about to play on Thursday too.
No way.
That was gonna be the first time I wore them, and then we didn't even play. I should have just got them off the game before.
You're right. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm supposed to do this and show these, but what the heck?
I mean, whatever. Why not?
Yo, I love these. Let me see. I want to see if there are two of them. I might have another. No, they're the same one. Hey, you're the only shoe I rock. Them in the next levels.
I seen when I came to the game. I think it was in Vegas. Y'all was playing.
Yep.
And you had the orange joints on. It was before you came to LA though.
Always. So, what have you been doing while you've been on lockdown? Like just for fun, what have you been up to?
I've been playing video games, which is kind of weird because I haven't played this whole season. I brought my PS3 back out just so I could play Fight Night because they don't have Fight Night for PS4, and I like boxing. I'm a big boxing fan, so I'll be playing my Fight Night on PS3. I'll be playing 2K20 on the PS4. I've been getting this mixtape ready. I'm gonna put a mixtape out, like during this quarantine, like probably 4 or 5 songs. I'm gonna drop some.
Oh snap! Have you been holding them, or did you just drop them already during this time?
Well, three of them are like new stuff that I wrote during this time, and then 2 of them. Well, one of them is a song that I already did with somebody else. It's really their song, but I'm going to put it on my tape. I was just featured on it, and then another one is one that I was holding on to.
Oh, that's dope. That's amazing. So where do you record most of the time?
It's a studio in Portland I usually record at, but since we got to be quarantined and stuff like that, I'm able to basically set it up in the house. like the last thing I recorded a song for a commercial, and I just did it in the house, just like set up a little studio. And
so first of all, I was so
bust it
hyped.
down.
So at All Star, I was so hyped. You know, I always say like I got auntie dance moves. You got like big uncle dance moves. You know what I mean?
Uncle
like,
moves, you know what I'm saying? I was on stage hitting my neighborhood dance. I had to put the neighborhood on.
I loved it. It was so much fun at All Star. I was like in the suite and I was screaming. I was like, "Go down!"
Yeah,
What is your relationship with Wayne? Like to be able to perform with him is like nuts.
it's weird because me and Wayne, like, real friends. We really cool. It's we got cool maybe 5-6 years ago, and he was like, man, let's do some music, and invited me to the studio in LA, and I was just like, I thought I was gonna show up. It was gonna be 20 dudes. I mean, I ain't know what to expect because I be by myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't when I'm moving around, I don't be with a bunch of people. So once I got to LA, and it was just me and my girl, my fiance, and we showed up to the studio, and it was just Wayne and 2 other people. And he was in there recording. He was watching ESPN, just going over music and stuff like that. And he was just chill. Like when I text him, he'll text right back, send it through. I send him a song, he recorded it right away, send it right back. He send me songs like, get on this song. Like we done did a bunch of stuff together. But I mean, when I had, like how you said you text me when I was having that run, he was texting me after every other game. Like, keep going, son. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep killing.
That's so
like
crazy.
When I drop my album, he'll post it, like, happy birthday, all that. So it's like this Wayne, and he's like he like humble, just regular dude. You know what I'm saying? That's why I mess with Wayne so tough.
No, I agree. You know, it's actually, he's like such a big hoop fan. So I've only been name dropped once in a song. I know it's normal for you, but once in a song.
I don't think nobody dropped my name in a song yet.
I feel like it's got to be out there. Because he watches ESPN a lot. So I guess he like connected the dots, and he was like, balling like Chiney, Erykah Badu with the fade. You know what I mean? And I was dying.
For real?
Yeah, I forgot what the name of the song is. It's on YouTube. But like, you know how people don't know how to say my name or spell it?
Right.
So like they put in like Sade or whatever, but it's like balling like Chiney, Erykah Badu with the fade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people mess your name up all the time.
Oh, all the time. All the time. So who are other collaborations that you've enjoyed besides Wayne?
I don't want to miss nobody. One of my favorites was from my first album I did called The Letter O, and I'm a big Juvenile fan.
Ooh.
So I got Juvie to do a hook that I wrote, because when I was writing it, it sounded like Juvie was supposed to say it, and he did it right away.
Ooh.
And it was cool. So I ended up doing a shoot called 400 Degrees and sent it to him. It was cool. So Juvie is one of my favorites. Also did one with Raphael Sadiq. And he from Oakland. We like connected. Him and my dad went to high school together. Juvie, Wayne, Raphael Sadiq. On my most recent one, I got Benny the Butcher. I got Jadakiss to get on there. I didn't 2 Chainz on one of my songs. I didn't got some quality features. Jamie Foxx. It was all cool.
Dude, you got everybody in there, mama. Like,
Marsha Ambrosius did I was in the studio with Marsha all night in LA. Like, we was in there all night. She was pregnant. She was eating I think she was eating Chick-fil-A. We was sitting there chopping it up, doing the music, and she like her in the studio with Marsha was like the most impressive like session I've ever witnessed.
Really? Uh-oh.
She was different.
Really? So what was it like?
It was just like when before that, I would like kind of rush through my recording, not on purpose, but I just didn't really. I was just learning to be like an artist and what I wanted my stuff to sound like. So I was like, I like record it, and I would like do some doubles, and then I put some ad libs, and then that was it. And it was like, this is how it's gonna sound. I didn't really know what I wanted it to sound like. I was just like, this is how you record. And when she came in, she just like stood there and she was almost telling the engineer what to do. Like, all right, now do this. All right, now do that. And she had like, she just did the hook. And the hook had like, it was like 34 tracks just to make the hook. And she was just like layering and layering and layering and layering it. And then when it was done, I was just like, damn. That's how people be getting it to sound like so full and so good. You know what I mean? So
yes.
That was a good experience because, like I said, she was pregnant, she was eating, she was laughing and joking, and then she was just, like, knocking it out. She, like, knew what she was doing, knew the sound she was looking for. And I had never seen that. Like, most people that I've done stuff with, like, I'll be communicating with them, like, what my idea of the song is, and then they'll record it and send it to me. But I was also, actually, I had another experience like that with Raphael Sadiq. The song we did, I was actually in the studio with him. And he's on Raphael. He had his nephew on the piano, and he was playing a guitar.
Okay.
And he's making the beat from scratch. So like we're in a big room. He's making the beat, and his nephew, he's like telling him what to do on the piano, and he like across the room from his nephew, and he was just like, you a little too hard on your left hand. You got to be like easier on your, like he could hear it, like what he was looking. It was weird. So he's doing this and the mic is just right there. And he's like, all right, Dame, just start rapping. So I just started rapping and he basically like, I rapped and he basically just made the song around me rapping. So it was
crazy.
It was all like right in front of me. I was just sitting there and listening to the beat. That song is called Hero. That's on my first album too. But it was just, those two experiences was crazy.
Yo, that's like next level. It's like what you do on the court. The crazy thing is you can do both. Not, you know, some people that's their bag, that's their lane, but being able to manage both, it's a beautiful thing. Now, when it comes to music, you say you're gonna drop hopefully another what, 4 songs?
Yeah, it'd probably be like 4 songs.
When can we expect that?
I don't know exactly. It depends on when I can. Sooner than later. It'll probably be in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. Hopefully sooner than that. But I got to make sure it's right before I just be putting stuff out. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. I want to switch gears, but before we switch gears, make sure you guys comment with questions. We can get Dame to answer some of y'all's questions, so make sure y'all send some love below. When it comes to hooping, and you obviously like know what it's like to be in your bag, CJ is like a huge piece of y'all's offense as well. Mm-hmm. What makes CJ so unique? I mean, it's funny, like following him, he sort of called this whole crisis a little early. He's like, y'all, I'm not going to take autographs. Yeah. What were y'all thinking when he said that?
I mean, I wasn't surprised at all because like a lot of people, they hear CJ's voice, how his voice sound, and like
what are you talking about?
Like he got like a nerdy voice a little bit. He got kind of a nerdy voice. So I think people hear that and they just, I don't know. I feel like they just they judge his voice, but he's really like he don't care about like opinions and what somebody got to say, and not like, he's one of those people. And some people say, I don't care what people say and all that, but he mean it. And he stand by it regularly. So when he said that, I was like, I knew he meant it. He was serious. So.
And what makes him work? What makes him such a nice partner to have on the court?
What makes him a nice partner to have on the court is I think his mentality. Like he's not scared of, a challenge or a matchup, or not worried about what the media might be saying or what being criticized, and like he just don't care. He show up, he do what he got to do, play good or play bad. He just like even keel about it. He don't.
Yo, they were easily moved. They were running those old highlights from March Madness.
He was tearing Duke ass up.
Yo, his baby face is hilarious.
Yeah, I had to talk to him about his haircut too, because he tried to come. He tried to come in the league with that haircut, and I was like, man, I'm gonna need you to taper them sides and that back, because that even all around haircut with no fade is, you're gonna have to let that go, man.
I'm done. I cannot. Okay,
you got to grow up.
You're cool. One of the questions was, how do you get out of a shooting slump? Like, what motivates you to keep shooting and all that stuff? Someone asked that.
Whenever I'm in a shooting slump, like, I know that I prepare myself to be successful. Like, I prepare myself to make shots. Like I was telling you, going back to the gym at night and not just working super hard, super crazy. It's just like you get your routine in, you do your work. And like my ball handling, and I do my pick and roll threes and shoot my floaters and shoot my free throws. It's just like just staying sharp. So when I'm in a slump, like in my mind, I'd be like, I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm just missing. It's just sometimes it just don't go in. That's the balance. That's the balance of the game. Sometimes it just don't go in. So I just keep going with my routine. Sometimes I'll shoot less when I'm in a slump. Like I'll be like, I just need to take a step back. Dang, dropping the phone. Sometimes I'll take a step back and do less. I won't, like some people when they get in a slump, they'll like overshoot. And
yeah,
I think when you do that, it's like you making it a mental thing more than it needs to be. Like I know I shoot. I know I'm a shooter. I'm not about to be a head case about it. Like I'm gonna take a step back. I might show up and make 100 free throws and go home, you know. But I just keep doing what I do, and I shoot my way through it.
That's what I love about you, man. You got the quiet confidence.
Yeah.
Your swag is loud though. Okay, last question. What is your Kobe story? Obviously, you know we're representing Kobe all the time.
Yeah.
What's that moment where you're like Kobe? Because you just said he was the guy you wanted to be. You know when you started falling in love with the game.
My Kobe story, my personal Kobe story was my first All-Star game in 2014 in New Orleans, where it was like I showed up to the game with a teammate. So that was good for me that I wasn't just, you know, out there by myself. Me and LA both made the All-Star game my second year. So that made it a little more comfortable, but it's a little uncomfortable for like young players. I saw it in a lot of players who made their first All-Star game this year, like just walking in the locker room and all that. You can tell who like nervous and like, you know, they don't feel comfortable. I ain't gonna call no names because they gonna deny it, but I seen it in their demeanor and their face. I just be knowing what's going on because I pay attention, but I don't say nothing. But I knew the feeling because I've been there, like we all been there. So, I walk in like that. Like I was a little nervous. I walk in as Dirk and Blake Griffin and Dwight, KD, Kobe. I mean, it was like the real thing. It was, and me and AD was both second-year players. So we go in, and Kobe was hurt. So Kobe walks in, and he had on a suit. He had some shades on. And he just walked in, he walked up, and he was like, man, you belong here. When you get out there, shoot it. Like, go out there, be aggressive, have fun, shoot it. And he just, the whole conversation, he just made me, like, more comfortable because I was like, out of everybody in here, like, Kobe is the dude. So if he come to me and he talking to me and that's, like, the icebreaker for me, then I'm good enough to be in here with anybody. So
absolutely.
That's how that made me feel. And then on the bench, I was sitting next to him almost the whole game on the bench because I only played like maybe 8 minutes in that game. But, I mean, we were sitting next to each other and we were just talking and it was like everything he had to say. It was never him talking down. It was him trying to like, he was almost sharing his mentality of like how he go about stuff. And encouraging me to just, you know, go out there like you one of these guys, like you in this game for a reason. And that always stuck with me because, you know, he didn't have to do that. And, you know, I was expecting more of the asshole Kobe, you know. Like, that's what I was expecting in that environment, but it wasn't. And, you know, I thought that was cool. And then another one is at the end of my rookie year, we played the Lakers. And it was the game before he tore his Achilles. And he was they had to win, I think, every game. Like, they had to win, like, their last 7 games to get the 8th spot. And they came to us, and we had a bunch of dudes sitting out. And it was me, Will Barton, Myers Leonard. We had a bunch of young dudes playing end of the season. We wasn't in the playoffs. And I was guarding Kobe, and he was guarding me. Like, I came out and I hit a few threes to start the game, and I had, like, 25 at the half, and he started guarding me. And I remember thinking, like, he taking it personal, so now he finna come over here and, like, try to strap me up. So I never forget, it was, like, after I was already hot, I was already rolling, he was guarding me, and I, like, came off a screen on the baseline inbound, and I hit a fadeaway when he was guarding me, and I kind of turned back, and you could tell he was irritated that I scored when he switched on to me. And then, like, it was like a couple plays later, I hit a pull-up three from deep off the glass when he was guarding me. Like, it was a lucky shot. I shot it from deep. It, like, banked in. And I just remember he, like, wiped the sweat off his face, and he just sprint down the court. And I was guarding him, and he was playing so physical that I was like, I was trying to, like, still have confidence and be comfortable and, like, not be, like, like, he coming for me. Like, what? And it, like, I don't have nowhere to go. It ain't like Wes wasn't playing. It was like I had to, like, be in that moment with Kobe. So it was like, but he ended up having like 47. I had 38, and they beat us. They beat us in the end. But
oh man,
the next game he got hurt. The next game against the Warriors, he got hurt in LA. So that probably was the last game of his career where he was really like the real Kobe. I mean, I know he had 60 in his last game, but, I mean, he shot 50 balls, and they let him just go out.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the last game where he was like Kobe, that last game in Portland.
And it's amazing because it's like you were a part of it, and it's sort of like he kind of taught you, gave you the blueprint a little bit, like all your experiences.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He definitely came for me.
Dame, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining and hanging with me.
For sure. Happy birthday. Enjoy your birthday. Stop working on your birthday. And
this ain't work.
Go ahead and turn up in the house by yourself.
You are. Wait, hold on. Wait a second.
Don't be showing no alcohol on the ESPN Live. Oh, that's wine?
This is an apple cider.
Oh, my God. Now you're lying to the people.
Do you want to say anything to your fans before we bounce?
Nah, man. Y'all stay safe. Make sure y'all washing y'all hands often as possible. Staying out of crowds. Follow the rules, man. Stay safe. Take care of your people.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.